Tapo.
Good to see you all. Being true to your bets. I appreciate it. There's nothing better than a man or a woman who can be held to their word. Some of you I challenged last week when we were out in Country Gully to read through Luke. And so this week I've been reading through this book. I noticed something about Jesus. He's always eating. He's always going to people's houses to eat. Pharisees. These guys, they know the Old Testament better than any of us ever will. They invite Jesus, come eat with us because you're unique. You keep healing people, you talk, it's amazing. We want you. Sinners, tax collectors, prostitutes. He goes to their houses and eats. And I love it because it doesn't matter who they are. If someone invites them, they go. People on the outside judge them for it. They say, I thought you were a man of God. How could you go to that house? And so tonight, we're going to eat. Right. We're going to eat together. We're going to celebrate Maria's birthday. And in a hard way, we're going to celebrate Christina leaving. What is the celebration? Because you're going on a new chapter. And so I'm looking at these passages over and over. Jesus is eating with all different types of people. And so I'm thinking, how does this apply to me? How would this apply to us? Put it in perspective, okay? 2,000 years ago, if I invited Boaz to my house, it's not myself, I invited him to my house to eat. He's going to be there, he's going to come over for 4 to 5 hours. We're going to talk the whole time because there's no TV, no radio, no internet. And I would probably invite a couple other friends and go, hey, Boaz is coming over, come join us. And you got to realize that there wasn't a lot of food, so you only got to do that once in a while. It was a very special thing to get invited. It was an honor to go. But what's amazing is the 4 to 5 hour conversation. You guys ever talk to someone for 4 or 5 hours? Do you know a lot about that person after 4 or 5 hours? You probably know some of their hopes. You probably know some of their dreams. You definitely probably know their philosophy of life.
turėtumėt žinoti jų gyvenimo filosofiją.
Maybe after 4 or 5 hours you want to hit them.
Gal po 4 valandų norit jiems trenkti.
Maybe you want to thank them.
Gal norit jiems padėkoti.
Maybe both.
Gal abu dalykai.
See, Jesus was at a Pharisee's house.
Taigi Jėzus buvo fariziejų namuose.
And the reason they invited him over is they wanted to trick him. They wanted to trick him so they could arrest him.
Ir jie jį pasikvietė dėl to, kad jie norėjo jį apgauti tam, kad galėtų suimti.
And there's this guy right kind of on the outside of the house, and he has this disease.
Ir ten prie to namo buvo toks vyras, kuris turėjo sirgo ligą.
And it's amazing because Luke mentions a disease. It's called dropsy. I don't know. It's a disease where fluid gets under the skin.
Rūpsai.
Yeah.
Tai va, tas vyras sirgo rūpsais.
Like where fluid gets under the skin and it kind of like bubbles up.
Atsiranda tokie kaip burbulai, kur skystis yra po oda ir tokios kaip pūslės.
And like, even if you pop it, it comes back.
Ir net jeigu tu jo praduri, atsiranda iš naujo.
It's very unpleasant to look at. That look right there is the look. It's like...
Labai nemalonu žiūrėti.
So imagine you're there eating.
Tai įsivaizduokit, jūs ten valgot.
Just like right here, we're eating.
Kaip čia valgysime mes.
And there's this guy right here, and this looks ugly.
Ir ten tas vyras yra, ir jisai
I mean, this...
bjauriai atrodo.
Maybe some of his face is kind of filled with water. Exactly.
Gal jam ant veido yra tų...
Maybe he's got like a little hunch right here, you know. And it's not pleasant to look at while you're eating.
Ir tai yra nemalonus vaizdas žiūrėti, kai valgai.
And you need to understand, this is why I love Jesus so much.
Ir turiu suprasti, pirmiausia, dėl ko aš myliu Jėzų taip labai smarkiai.
Because he always points things out.
Nes jis visada parodo kažkokius tai dalykus.
Instead of trying to ignore it.
Ir vietoj to, kad jisai nekreiptų dėmesio į tave,
He asks all the guests.
jisai paklausė visų svečių.
He says, is it better to heal on the Sabbath, the day of rest?
Ar geriau išgydyti per šabatą, per tą poilsio dieną?
Or not do anything?
Ar nieko nedaryti?
We understand the Sabbath was a day for the Jews. It was a day where you did nothing.
Ir turiu suprasti, kad šabas buvo ta diena žydams, kai jie nieko negalėjo padaryti.
They would cook all their food the day before, so they didn't have to cook on the Sabbath.
Jie visą maistą pasiruošdavo dieną prieš, kad nereiktų per šabą.
They couldn't wash their clothes.
Jie negalėjo skalbtis.
They couldn't clean their house.
Negalėjo tvarkytis namų.
You were supposed to do nothing.
Jie turėjo tiesiog nieko nedaryti.
And he's there on the Sabbath.
O tas vyras ten per tą šabą.
And he sees that guy, and he's not very good looking.
Ir Jėzus pamato tą vyrą ir mato, kad jisai prastai atrodo.
So he asks the question.
Ir jis paklausė tą klausimą.
And of course, they say nothing.
Ir žinoma, tie žmonės, jie nieko neatsako.
So it says that Jesus goes up, touches him, and he all of a sudden looks normal. He's healed. He looks great.
Ir toliau rašte, kad Jėzus prieina prie to žmogaus ir išgydo jį. Ir tada staigiai jisai atrodo tiesiog normaliai, kaip visi kiti.
So Jesus asked the guests another question.
Ir tada Jėzus paklausė svečių kito klausimą.
If you had a son, a daughter,
Jeigu turi sūnų arba dukrą,
if you had an ox or a donkey, a mule,
arba asilą, arba...
it's okay, cow.
Karvę, jautis, ačiū.
And it fell into a well on the Sabbath, wouldn't you help it?
Ir per šabą įsikristų į šulinį. Argi nepadėtumėt jam?
And I love it. It's such a short verse.
Man labai patinka, tokia eilutė labai trumpa.
So he asked the second question to them.
Taigi jisai paklausė dar antrą klausimą.
It says they had nothing to say.
Ir sako, kad jie negalėjo nieko atsakyti.
They had nothing to say to him.
Jie neturėjo nieko ką jam pasakyti.
For a lot of you, I think you had a great summer.
Manau, kad daugelis iš jūsų turėjo puikią vasarą.
I hope you did.
Aš tikiuosi, kad taip buvo.
I hope you grew.
Tikiuosi, kad užaugot.
I hope you made better, deeper friends.
tikiuosi, kad susiradot geresnių ir tokių gilesnių draugysčių.
And now that school started, you're going to interact with all these people that maybe you don't like.
Ir dabar, kai prasidėjo mokykla vėl, galbūt reiks bendrauti su daugelį žmonių, kurių nemėgstat.
Don't raise your hand. Maybe they frustrate you.
Ir negalite rankų, kad galbūt jie jums kelia problemų.
Maybe you don't want to go to school and see them.
Gal nenori ateiti į mokyklą, nes reiks jos pamatyti.
But the thing is, you're going to see them.
Dalykas yra tas, kad jūs juos pamatysite.
You're going to interact with them.
Ir teks bendrauti su jais.
Because that's what we do. It's what life is about.
Nes toks yra gyvenimas.
So I want to ask a question to you.
Taigi noriu jūsų paklausti klausimą.
Will they impact you or affect you, or will you impact or affect them?
Ar jie padarys jums kažkokią tai įtaką, ar jūs padarysit jiems įtaką?
Did you hear that clearly?
Išgirdot aiškiai.
See, when Jesus is hanging out with all these people, they don't tear him down. They don't lead him the wrong way.
Kai Jėzus bendrauja su visais tais žmonėmis, jie jo nenukreipia kažkokiais neteisingais keliais, jie jo nesunaikina.
I know he's God.
Aš žinau, kad jis yra Dievas.
And that must have been really cool to walk around as a human and still be God. Okay?
Ir turėjo būti labai šaunu vaikščioti aplinkui kaip žmogui, bet vis tiek būti Dievu.
But all of these Pharisees, they don't influence him.
Bet visi šitie fariziejai, jie neturi jam jokios įtakos.
He's the one influencing them.
Jisai yra tas, kuris jiems daro kažkokią įtaką, jos keičia kažkaip.
In 1 Corinthians,
Pirmame laiške korintiečiams.
the Apostle Paul is quoting a poet, a Greek poet.
Apaštalas Paulius, jisai cituoja graikų poetą.
And he says, good company corrupts. Bad company corrupts good character.
Ir sako, kad bloga kompanija sugadina gerą charakterį.
Bad company corrupts good character.
Bloga kompanija sugadina gerą charakterį.
When you hang out with people,
Kai leidžiat laiką su žmonėm,
do they influence you more than you influence them?
ar jie labiau jūs įtakoja, ar jūs juos?
I genuinely mean that for your age, this is one of the hardest questions to answer.
Jūsų amžiui šitas yra vienas iš sunkiausių klausimų atsakyti.
You need to understand what we want to create here.
Turit suprasti, ką mes norim čia sukurti.
We want to be this a safe place.
Mes norim, kad čia būtų saugi
A
vieta.
place where we care for each other.
Vieta, kur mes rūpinamės vieni
A place
kitais.
where we can be honest.
Vieta, kur mes galim būti atviri vieni su kitais.
A place where we admit that we don't always have it together, and that's okay.
Vieta, kur mes galim pripažinti, kad mums ne viskas
To be a
sekasi.
place where we don't judge each other.
Vieta, kur mes neteisiam vieni
I
kitų.
mean, how many of us screwed up this week? How many of us lied?
Kiek iš
cheated.
mūsų susimovė šią savaitę?
How many of us thought bad of somebody else? How many of us judged somebody? Okay, look around. Look around. Okay? And not that we're going to celebrate that. Okay? We're not going to celebrate that.
Mes šito nešvęsim, nesidžiaugsim šito.
But I'm not going to point fingers and say, Jovita, you just suck so much.
Nerodysim pirštais ir nesakys, kad Jovita.
We're not going to do that here.
Mes šito nedarysim čia.
But you all know that once you leave this place, that happens.
Bet visi žinot, kad kai paliekam šitą vietą, kitur ten, šitie dalykai vyksta.
And so I ask a sincere question to you.
Ir aš klausiu jūsų nuoširdžiaus klausimų.
Those people outside of here,
Tie žmonės, kurie yra už šitų sienų,
do they influence you more than you influence them?
ar jie įtakoja jūs labiau negu jūs juos?
And don't be stupid and be careful at times with who you hang out with.
Ir taip pat būkite atsargus, su kuo leidžiat laiką.
If you struggle with drinking,
Jeigu turi problemą su gėrimu,
don't hang out with your friends that drink.
neleidž laiką su draugais, kurie geria.
God gave you a mind, use it. Don't be foolish.
Dievas davė tau protą ir naudok jį, ne negu kvailys.
But let's say you don't struggle with drinking.
Bet tarkim, kad tu neturi